The following video is not made for kids under 13. If you are not 13 years old, please exit out of the video now. And please, YouTube, do not sue me. What's up, guys? Mooky here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Had a Dragon Slayer quirk. This is part 4. In the last part, Izuku went to meet with his old sensei and wanted to give him his thanks for everything he's done for him. Soon after, he met Ashido, who he actually is taking a liking to. And then the first day of UA, with them having a quirk evaluation test, and both Wendy and Toru being taken away by Aizawa to be trained for almost a week. Any rate, with that said, let's get into this. For the next day, everyone in Class 1A basically just had a normal school day, with them having regular classes such as English, math, social studies, and history as well, which was basically normal. As soon after, they also went to the lunch being prepared, having meals prepared by the lunch rush, the chef hero, as Izuku is hyped seeing having a pro hero make their lunches. As soon after, the day with them having their second subjects such as social studies and much more. And after that, the day ends with the next day being more important than anything. As they wait for Aizawa to come in, the door soon opens as a muscular man says, "Here I am, coming in through the door like a hero." As Kirishima Sisa says, All Might is in our classroom. Then that means he really is a teacher. As Suyu saying, "Yeah, it's pretty awesome having the number one hero as our teacher." And even as Ojiro says, "Wow, isn't that his Silver Age costume? It's kind of retro in a way." As even Izuku begins geeking out and fanboying, seeing the number one hero right in front of him and thinking that this is a dream come true, saying that he could die happy right now if he wanted. As Bakugo saying, "Don't think so, hero. You won't die until I beat you. Then you have the right to die." As Izuku saying, yeah, whatever, Kachan. Don't ruin my fun." Soon after, All Might began explaining that he will be their combat instructor for the hero course. That UA may be a normal high school, but what it's truly known for is the hero course after all. And to see what kind of potential they all have within the hero course and what they can do with their quirks. With All Might pressing a button from a remote, with tons of suitcases coming from the walls, telling them that each suitcase has a number on them. That number is where your assigned seats are. And also, your costumes are also requirements based on your specifications during the entrance exam. So you can cut loose if you feel like it. As Izuku grabs his costume off the wall, and soon after, a couple minutes later, All Might waits at training field Gamma, where he soon hears footsteps, as he says, to not just to be the pro, you gotta look the part of the pro. And it seems like all you work well. As everyone comes out with their costumes, as soon after, Izuku is the last one coming out, as his costume is basically a dark green long coat with one sleeve on his left side, and his usual casual black red boots, which are custom made to help him with his quirks so he doesn't burn off his shoes after all. So yeah. Also, if you guys see the fairy tale tattoo on this design, ignore it because Izuku doesn't have one at all. Like none whatsoever. So if you guys are asking, no. And at any rate, that said, let's move on. With Ida soon asking questions that this is the same field as they did during the entrance exam. Will they be fighting against robots during this exam? As All Might tells him no, that they'll be doing something a little bit more, experienced. That barely even second years, only third years would do. You'll be doing 2-on-2 battles, battling within a villain's secret lair. As he tells them that most battles are done in the open, that the public can see. However, the most dangerous ones take place in secret underground lairs, back alley deals, places like those. Your job would be heroes versus villains. As Sue feels a little bit, nervous about doing something this advanced already off the bat, as Izuku basically rebels in the challenge, says he's hyped, saying he also goes for Bakugo, as the two look at each other with pretty serious looks, as everyone can feel the tension in the air. However, Shoto doesn't really care too much about it at all, as All Might says that you'll be working together randomly. You may work with somebody that you already like, or somebody that you don't. You just have to deal with it though. As Izuku saying, makes sense. Given hero work, you can't actually work with somebody that you already like. Sometimes you gotta work with a hero that annoys the hell out of you. As he puts his hand behind his back and points at Bakugo. But not everyone can see this though. As soon after, the teams are now selected, with Team A being Izuku and Ashido, where I'm replacing Ochako with Mina, and everyone else's group is somewhat different, mostly because both, Wendy and Toru are being trained by Aizawa, so they won't be taking part in this. So in this one, the one that I'll be working with, Momo and Ojiro will be working together instead of usual pairings in canon and the usual replacements too. So yeah. As for the team that Izuku will be facing against, he'll be facing against the same canon team, Bakugo and Ida. So yeah, that'll be the same as usual. As Bakugo is hyped and seeing this, and he can finally prove that he's stronger than Izuku, no matter what. As Izuku saying, you can say that all you want, I still plan on beating you. And even if I do lose, I can just get stronger and stronger until the next time I beat you. As Bakugo gets a little bit pissed that he's so laid back, as Izuku knows that Bakugo would do whatever it takes to prove he's better than him. And Izuku may hang out with Bakugo a little bit time by time, but he still hates that he looks down on everybody here in Class 1A, even though he hasn't seen what they're truly made of. So the real reason why Izuku's looking forward to fight against, Bakugo, is so he can show him that people grow even stronger. Even those with the weakest of quirks can become stronger. As everyone heads into the modern room with All Might, both Bakugo and Ida take their bomb into the building with Izuku and Mina basically waiting outside. As he's saying, alright Mina, you told me about your quirk the first time we met, so I think I got the gist of it. As for I also told you what my quirk can do, but I didn't tell you what kind of degree I can actually make my quirk do. As saying, oh, so what can you do, Midoriya? as he been explaining that he can actually morph and basically change his flames into certain objects that can look like claws, talons, blades, wings, stuff like that. And it's saying, "Oh man, that's so cool! I can't." So what's our plan? And it's saying, well, knowing Gachan, he'll come be straining right at me, like full on straight at me. So even if we do run, he'll just come chasing after me, no matter what. So I think the best chance we get is separating both Ida and Gachan. As saying, okay, so who's going? Oh, I'm definitely going to be the decoy. As saying, are you sure? I mean, Bakugo really has it out for you. Saying, oh, I know. And that's what I'm hoping for. As they're now giving the okay to begin. Bakugo does give Ida somewhat on what Izuku's quirk can do. And that being to able to create and breathe fire. As Ida already knows that he can do somewhat of that. But does he know anything else? As he says that he's able to manipulate his flames. I don't know what he can manipulate it into, but he can. After saying that, he goes downstairs, ready to take on Izuku. As for Izuku, he and Mina, they basically check the first floor and see that they be down there. Seeing that they're not, they go to the second floor. And on their way down to the second floor, that's when Izuku realized, and grabs Mina and saying, "Get down!" As an explosion almost hit them as they were turning the corridor down the hallway. As Bakugo walks out of the smoke and says, "There you are, Hiryu. I'm looking forward to beating the living shit out of you." As Izuku's saying, "You really do never change. You know that." As Izuku say, "Hey, Ashido, you okay?" They're saying, "Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking, Midoriya." As soon after, Izuku saying, "You know the plan. Get going." And saying, "Gotcha, but I'll try and take care of this so you don't get yourself killed." As saying, "Just go." As she runs as fast as she can upstairs. As Bakugo saying, "When I'm done with you, she'll basically have no one else that she can rely on." As Izuku conjure his flames and basically punches his fist together, saying, "You really think that you can beat me, Kachan? You just my training isn't just for show." As they soon prepare, with them rushing at each other, Bakugo preparing an explosion with Izuku fists flaming green. As they both clash, as Izuku is hit by the explosion but barely does anything, since Bakugo's explosions are made from nitroglycerin, a substance like it, but the explosion itself is still somewhat of a fire-based quirk. So yeah, it's not going to do anything to Izuku, and he's barely going to feel it. However, as for Bakugo's case, Izuku basically does tons of barrages and punching kicks to Bakugo's body while they're actually on fire. While his punches and kicks are on fire, as he soon screams out, "Fire Dragon Wing Attack!" As his flames take on the forms of wings, as he knocks Bakugo back, as he thinks, "Damn it! I thought for sure that my explosion's gotten strong enough that you can take damage now." As saying, "What? You didn't think I was training for nothing? Sure, I can tell your explosions have gotten stronger, but so has my dragon scales. don't expect me to be such a lightweight. After all, like I told you, everyone gets stronger. They don't stay the same. As Bakugo hears this, getting pissed off, saying, "Screw you, Hiryu. You're seriously pissing me off." As he gets into his battle stance, as Izuku also gets into his fighting stance, as Bakugo saying, "I think it's been a good enough, and after using my explosions quite a bit, I think they're good to go." As Izuku saying, "What are you talking about, Kachan?" As saying, "Hiryu, you know how my quirk works? I'm basically able to sweat substance like nitroglycerin from my palms. These gauntlets are made to store up all my sweat." As he soon pulls back one of his gauntlets and soon sees a pin, as Izuku saying, "Oh shit. Dude, are you insane? You really know what you're going to do if you do that? Yeah, blast your ass back and see how much that those fireproof scales of yours can handle." As Izuku saying, "No, not that, dumbass. You have a bomb here. Think about what that would do. Even though it's pretend, think, dumbass." As he tells him, "Enough talk. You're dead, Hiryu." As he soon pulls the pin, and soon a giant explosion was aiming right for Izuku. As Izuku saying, "Screw this. Just focus. Take a deep breath." And soon, as he opens his mouth and then inhales almost all of the explosion into his mouth, as he soon says, "Wait, what the hell? Is he seriously?" As everyone in the monitoring room see the same, as Kirishima says, "Holy cow! Is Midoriya eating Bakugo's explosion?" As All Might saying, "A quirk that allows him to eat fire? It's insane." As soon as Shoto sees it, saying, "He not only has a fire-based quirk, but he's even able to absorb fire. That makes no sense. Does a quirk like that actually exist?" As soon after, Izuku's belly gets a little bit big, but soon goes back to normal. After that, Izuku says, Not a big fan of your explosions. Really tastes kind of salty in a way. Just like you. How you're always a grouch, Kachan." As saying, "Damn you, Hiryu. You're dead!" As he blasts through the hallway and tries to shoot himself all around to make sure that Izuku can't read his movement. As Izuku thinks, "Well, it's a good strategy, but I doubt it's not going to work against me, Kachan." As Bakugo basically was about to hit Izuku behind him, Izuku turns around and screams out, "Fire Dragon Iron Fist!" punching Bakugo square in the face, knocking him forward pretty far. As everyone sees it, saying, "Wait, did Midoriya able to catch his punch like that?" As soon after, All Might thinks he's skilled, has great tactician and great instincts. Not only that, he knew Bakugo's strengths and weaknesses both in and out, and even played to his ego as well. If anything, he's perfect. As Izuku saying, "Well, this is a better place than I expected. I feel like I could actually cut loose like this." As saying, "Don't mock me, Hiryu. I swear I'll beat you, and I swear I will." As Izuku saying, "Kachan, Katsuki, dude, you know that this isn't the way on how you're gonna beat me. You have a huge disadvantage against me. I mean, come on. My skin is literally fireproof. Your explosions are somewhat similar to fire, bro. So of course, I'm going to be able to resist it. And I can even eat fire. You knew that this fight that you were going to lose from the very start. But I do respect that you were giving it your all. As Bakugo saying, "Don't patronize me, you damn bastard." As Izuku saying, "I guess it's time for me to end this now." As soon after, he begins engulfing himself into his flames. As Bakugo feels the heat all around him. As he begins sweating like crazy, saying, "Damn it. I won't lose to you so easily." As Bakugo explodes himself into the air, hoping to hit Izuku with a powerful explosion, even at the cost of his arms. As Izuku soon says, "Emerald Lotus, secret technique, Fire Dragon Iron Fist." As he begins shooting out Iron Dragon Fist faster than he's ever done before, faster even Bakugo can see and can react to, as he's pelted with tons of fiery punches that barely even anyone in the monitoring room can see as well. As soon after, one final punch knocks Bakugo to the ground, unconscious. As Izuku saying, "That will knock you out for at least a good 10 minutes or so. Enough time for me to end this." As he walks from Bakugo's unconscious body, he soon punches one of the glass windows in the area. As he jumps out of it and soon begins using Fire Dragon Wing Attack, and flies up there by shooting up flames from his feet, launching him into the air. As he sees that Mina is trying her best to get the bomb from Ida as much as she can, even spreading acid all across the field to make sure that he stays in one place, but still pretty too fast for her to catch up with him. As soon after, Izuku sees this, saying, "She's pretty good with her quirk. Besides being an adorable goofball, she's actually skilled." As he soon screams out, "Fire Dragon Roar!" and breaks through the glass, as both of them were distracted, as Ida saying, "Midoriya, how did you?" As even Ashito was surprised seeing Izuku. As he soon says, "No time to talk," as he screams out, "Fire Dragon Talons!" and tries rushing at the bomb, where Ida still has his hands on it, and saying, "You fool! You may be fast, Midoriya, but I'm even faster. There's no chance that you'll be able to." Just trying to distract you. As he soon realized, as Ida was running, he soon ran into a spot where Mina's acid was still there, as he began slipping and drops the bomb. As Izuku rushes to it as fast as he can, he grabs the bomb with All Might saying the hero team has won. As that, soon after, both Izuku and Mina soon gives out a huge high five and begin jumping around like idiots. As Ida saying, "Looks like we failed. You two, Ashito, Midoriya, you two done well to work together." As Izuku saying, "Thanks, man." Soon after, Izuku also went back down to the second floor and carried Bakugo's unconscious body back to the monitoring room. As soon after, they give a play-by-play on how their match went, with asking who would be the MVP. As Momo tells All Might that it's a tie between both Izuku and Ida, with Izuku basically making a good plan and also knowing Bakugo's impulses and knew his quirk was a great advantage against him, he figured out a perfect plan and even used his quirk to minimize the damages to the building, while making sure that the bomb didn't get attacked in the process. However, Ida was a perfect villain, keeping his distance and always stayed in character, no matter what happened whatsoever, and even in the face of defeat as well. So it only makes sense that both of them deserve this spot after all. So yes, as All Might is impressed, knowing, wow, that's surprising, and I forgot that Aizawa warned me about this girl. As soon after, Bakugo soon wake up saying, ugh, what the, hey, where's, Hiryu, you, don't worry, you already lost, dude, it's over. Saying, ugh, damn it all, I thought for sure I've gotten stronger. How the hell did I lose? It's saying, dude, you thought that I wouldn't be stronger too. Your explosions may have gotten a lot more tougher, and actually burned a lot more bigger, but same had my scales. I've been pushing myself even further. So yeah, you were already outclassed the moment that you fought me. As saying, damn it. Even so, I still plan on getting stronger than you. Hiryu, just you watch. As he's saying, I look forward to it, Kachan. After that, the next matches go somewhat differently, with Shoto and Shoji also being on the same team, just like they would in canon. However, in this one, Ojiro and Momo are on the same team, as she actually plans on doing the same strategy as she would if Mineta was on her team, or if, Wendy was on her team. As Ojiro feels like that doesn't really have much of a plan, but goes with it anyway, not knowing on what he could do for this situation. As soon after, Shoto does his usual thing, basically freezing the entire building, with them still being inside. Even the ice begins freezing through the very door that Momo froze through, that Momo barricaded both of them in. As Shoto saying, Yaoyorozu, Ojiro, I think the both of you should just give up. This is a war of nutrition that you can't beat. You know that, right? As both of them begin shivering, Ojiro saying, damn it, I give. As Momo saying, you sure about this, Ojiro? Saying, I know my limits, and this isn't I can beat. As Momo also saying, okay, I know that I give as well. As, just like canon, Shoto's team wins, as he soon defrosts the entire building, just like before. As Izuku realized, wait, he has a fire quirk as well? Wait a minute. Half cold, half fire, and his last name is Todoroki, so he's the son of Endeavor? As Izuku's eyes have widened like crazy. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to read them. And also, do you guys want me to give Izuku one for all in this what if? Personally, I'd rather not, but I'm asking you guys. In the community poll, I'll ask anyway. So, that said, this is Mooky, signing out. Later.